Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I hope all is well. I hope everything is going well. And if it's not, or you feel like it's not, it's gonna get better. Today, we're gonna be talking about the perks of doing your own lock maintenance. Because I know this is something that I see people wanting to know the difference between, and also like just the benefits of it in general. If you see my hair wet, it's just because I just washed and conditioned my locks as I always do per usual, and they look good. So let's get into it, right? So with lock maintenance, when you're doing it yourself, that means you're not going to the loctician. You are in charge of how your locks are going to be maintained. There's so many different ways to maintain locks. You can retwist, you can interlock. Some people do with the crochet needle, just with doing that with like the almost like instant locking method with the new growth. There's so many different ways to maintain locks. So you choose which way you want to go, which way is right for you. And then you're just keeping up with like your maintenance to make sure you're not getting thinning of the locks, thinning at the roots, things like that, right? So the benefits of doing your own lock maintenance is, number one, that you save money because you're doing it yourself. Number two, you get to learn your hair yourself. Number three, you're building a relationship or bond with your locks. And number four is just like the benefit is that you can really say and just be proud of yourself for the fact that you did maintain your locks the whole journey. It's really just a special thing to be able to maintain your own locks, because that's just something that, you know, you have taken care of, but not only have taken care of, you've also maintained it. Some people, you know, due to their life and lifestyle, they may not be able to maintain their own locks. You know, but with maintaining your own locks, it is beautiful if you can do it, because it's like you are in control of the schedule. You're not on somebody else's schedule. If there's inclement weather, you're home in the comfort of your own home doing your hair. When it comes to lock maintenance and with your locks, there are a lot of videos out there that will teach you different methods and you figure out which one is good for you. A lot of people do retwisting. I was a retwister for like the first the first like 6 months of my lock journey. Was it 6 months? Jesus. Yeah, close to 6 months. I'm sorry, because when I started interlocking, it was a little bit before the 6-month mark. So like for 5 months of my lock journey, I was retwisting. And then I noticed like my roots were not locking. I'm not talking about the hair that grows out the root, but like this part, like I'll show you, like all of this was not wanting to lock for me. So that's what I had to interlock, and it looks like that because it has to finish going through the locking process. But I say all that to say you get to manage all of that and keeping track of if your locks are locking the way that they're supposed to, because they're doing what they're supposed to do now. When it comes to locks and lock maintenance, you know, with paying attention to whether it's locking, I talk about it in my interlocking video. If you notice it's been like close to 6 months and certain parts of your hair at the root where you would have retwisted it are just not locking, then you may want to try a different method to just help you with that as well, because the interlocking method is what helped me and my locks are healthy. I don't do any like palm rolling. The water is on my face. I don't do any like palm rolling because I know that's a popular thing, but I don't necessarily need to. When I'm interlocking, I'm only taking care of the hair that just needs assistance with locking and being trained into the rest of the hair to lock. And, you know, so it's just root care. And so for me, just not interlocking too much because we don't want to thin the roots of our hair. Right now, I interlocked my hair maybe like 3 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. And so, you know, it's just, I've been washing it. I like interlocking because I don't have to wait to wash my hair and be like, oh, I can't spray my hair because I got a fresh retwist. With interlocking, you can wash your hair as much as you want. You can spray your hair with water as much as you want, and it won't mess up how your hair is because it's pretty much intact. With interlocking, your hair does last a lot longer. You have to do maintenance a lot less because, you know, it's just keeping your hair intact. So, like I said, I did this almost like 3 weeks ago and it's still intact. I don't have a schedule of when I interlock. Like, I can't tell you an exact schedule. It's just my hair lets me know. I tell people a good rule of thumb when maintaining your own locks is if you see that your locks are starting to like grow together, or try to grow together, it's time for maintenance. But if they're not trying to grow together and you just got new growth, you can let your locks rock out. For the most part, like I said, paying attention to thinning, making sure that you're not palm rolling too much. Like some people, they'll retwist their locks a little bit, like at the root, and then a little bit, like maybe 1 or 2 times palm roll a little bit under, and then keep it moving so they don't thin their locks out. For me, I like the interlocking method because I don't have to palm roll. My hair is just really my roots and what's there that I'm taking care of. When I was retwisting my hair, I've tried palm rolling like maybe 1 or 2 times in my journey in the beginning. And after that, I didn't really do that anymore. So my locks have just thickened up from being washed and just a time thing. Because I know people ask about that. If you want more in-depth video about locks thickening up and the time period and all of that, that's available on my TikTok and I believe as well on my YouTube and my Instagram. So y'all can check for that as well. But for the most part, when you're doing self-maintenance on your locks, it's also not just about your hair looking good. It's more so about you building a relationship with your locks. It's a deeper relationship because you're caring for them. Just like my son is my child and I care for him. I care for my my locks and nurture them. It's the same thing. Like, I'm nurturing my locks and nurturing my son. So you see the fruits of me nurturing and me taking care of them. Also, when you're doing your own maintenance, people focus on wanting the maintenance to be perfect. And so what you want to really do is you want to just make sure you're maintaining your locks. They don't have to be super neat or like the shops and stuff like that. You'll get good with whatever technique you do over time or techniques that you learn how to do over time. It's something that takes time. You get better with anything that you do with practice and with time. So with me, with interlocking, it's a thing of getting better with time. And that's just something to keep in mind. Don't let anybody make you feel subconscious because your retwist is not looking like a shop's retwist. You taking care of your locks. You want to just maintain the new growth because that's all you're doing is maintaining the new growth and assisting it with locking because it's growing. And so it doesn't know how to lock. It doesn't come out locked. You have to assist it with growing. So keep that in mind. But yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to maintaining your locks and, just the benefits and maintenance and things like that. As y'all can tell, I love my locks. They're my babies. They're my boys. And I've been taking care of them for 7. Next month will be, my God, time is passing, going on 8 months now. And I'm very proud of them. They're doing phenomenal. They're healthy and they're actually growing faster than what I anticipated. That stage of shrinkage I was going through, it was just like, I don't know. I thought it was going to take longer for my locks to grow, but they seem to be flourishing and doing well. And it's all due to the tips that I gave y'all. If y'all want to see any lock care tips, check out all my videos prior to this. If you're thinking about starting locks and you want to self-maintain, I hope this video was helpful and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.